Likutei Halachot, Nefilas Apaim Halacha Daled. We're holding by Sif Zayin. Since we said that the main Kedusha is Simcha, and the only way to get out of the Sitra Achra, that their Inyan is Shtus. It's Ke'en Odom or Ravera Elim Im Ken Nichnas Baruch Shtus. A person does not do an Avera unless a spirit of foolishness enters him. So it's dafka to get out the nitzotzes from there, because there is where the Rosh Tus lives.
By the klipas.
So to get the nitzotzes out from the klipas, dafka you need a milsa d'shtusa to get it out, to get yourself the simcha, to take the simcha out of the klipas. That's based on the Mamar. You know, he said that the way, you know, the way to elevate, you know, to get to Imtzusa the Alma, to get to Or Ein Sof, you have to do the mitzvahs b'simcha. It says in Terech Avdal. So they ask him, mi yemer, who's going to go down into Yechola Klipes? So he said, you yourself, you know, we're going to do the mitzvahs b'simcha, you yourself will bring them. But in the meantime, the galus is the simcha is in galus. The only way to get into simcha is dafka through milsa d'shtusa. That's the in of Purim. That in Purim, the simcha is so great that everybody, Klal Yisrael are doing milsa d'shtusa all over the place, because the main thing is the simcha. In Sif Zayin, v'zeh b'chinas chayav enash l'b'sumi b'korayo. A person has to be inebriated in Purim until you don't know the difference between damned is Haman, cursed is Haman, and blessed is Mordechai.
Oh man.
Ki Purim, for dafka in Purim, as Iker Achnos Zu Masanachash, that is the time to really defeat the contamination, the venom of the serpent. That's the time, you know, to defeat it. And after then you have to elevate the simcha from the very depth of the klipas themselves. Not only this, but you have to elevate it so high, and with the simcha, you're zeicher to reach all the way up to the 9 recholim. It is to them that you get to the point that what you know the unknowable. You know, which is like a superhuman level of intellect. It's the closest that you can get to the level of Yediyah of the Osid level. Only then we will attain it, and once we attain it, will be abolished. The goal of the Yediyah is to reach not knowing. That's why a person must be inebriated. To get drunk on Purim, you know, to get yourself in simcha. And the wine will rejoice the heart of men. The goal is to get through the drunkenness and the happiness of Purim, to come to the goal of knowing, which is not knowing. The main chokehold of the definition between good and bad. Good and bad only lasts up to a certain level. Beyond time and place, it is all good. The definition of what is good is Baruch Mordechai. The definition of what is bad, the very definition of where it is Or Haman. Haman, gets his vitality. That Kripa gets vitality from the very source, which is Etz Adas Tavera. As we say, Hamina Etz, that I told you not to eat, you ate. Sheikor Nimshach M'chinas Nirgon Mafrid Olav. This is the essence of it is Nirgan, a concunturus, is one who separates the olive, separates the champion. Olive is Alufa Shel Olam. The Kodesh Baruch Hu is the champion of the world. He is the boss. That he separates the keser, which is the aleph, Pchinas Pele, because aleph, if you switch the letters, is Pele, is wonder. We say the keser always belongs to Oilamos Ein Sof. Anything you don't know, it says Bamufla Mimcha Al Tidrosh. Anything which is wondrous from you, in other words, beyond you, don't step your nose there. It's not your realm to the keser is the thing that settles down and controls and disciplines the intellect. That it holds back the intellect from just chasing, wantonly and uncontrollably. You actually are able to achieve cognition when the me'akev holds the idea. When the mind runs, you don't know. It's only when it stops and you're able to define, okay, all right, I get it, okay, goes up to here, up to here, up to here, okay, I get it. But when the mind just runs, you don't know anything. The mind's just running to try to get to know. So you need the keser to hold it back and to stop it, and this is what the idea is. That sheikir asagas hayidiyah, and that's this misal in the akev shu makayv tamoichim defoson sheikir asagas hayidiyah al daiko. This is how you get to the idea. B'chinas tachlis hayidiyah shalom eido. The goal of knowing is to reach the point where you don't know anymore. B'chinas shalom eido. That person, getting to the point of not knowing, this is the very goal of the Yediyah itself. But we're not talking about not knowing of ignorance. We're talking about knowing to the point that you don't know anymore. In other words, you know everything there is to know. If you remember the Maaseh from the seven beggars, when they ate zkanim in the migdal, in the tower, when each one is saying what is his earliest memory. So this one, is remembering when they cut the apple from the tree, and this one is written in this, and all the way up, and the oldest is the youngest, and the youngest one was just a baby. Says he remembers all these things, and he remembers nothing. He also remembers nothing. So he is remembering all these things, and he's also remembering nothing. It's not that he doesn't remember anything. He remembers all these things, and he remembers nothing. Okay, so this is combined. The Tachlis said that anybody who reaches
there was nothing.
What?
He remembers nothing, or he remembers that there was nothing.
No. He remembered. he remembers nothing. He remembers nothing itself. Then the knowing and not knowing are combined together. This is the charge of the intellect and the stopper, the harness that stops it from running wild. Because in their roots, they're both one thing. And this brings about the epitome of knowledge, the peak of knowledge. That is the point where bad is annihilated completely. When does bad come? Because you don't know. You don't know bad. As they say, he doesn't know any better. Okay? So, Achiza Sarah, the toehold of bad, is only because of the limitation of knowledge. Had you known better, you wouldn't have done it, right? When they say when a chacham is matir and neder, this is very, very germane to this particular thing, because a neder is something which is plias chachma. It comes from the kesef. But how can you make a neder? When a person makes a neder or makes a shvua, he takes something which is mutar and he makes it into an isser. It's also for him. It's like a mitzvah min Torah. It's also to eat something not kosher. It's mamish isser. So how can a person with his own mouth, make an isser, something which is definitely mutar? This is a pella. So the chacham is the one who can undo it. How does he do? He opens a Pesach. What is a Pesach? Had you known that they would have no. Had you known that if you will make this neder, you won't be able to do so and so and so and so, would you still have made the neder? Versus no, if I would have known that, I wouldn't have. Okay, so therefore the chacham can be matter the neder. So you see, the chacham and the Torah neder is happening in the keser, in the pele, b'muflach. How does it do it? He says because you see, when you made the neder, the achiza sarah is because you didn't know. Had you known, you wouldn't have done it. So this is the Ra is holding as the heder idea of astarosai that come from ribuy or. It comes from too much light. Shegorem shvir sakevim. That's the thing that causes the shattering of the vessels. That's because knowing and not knowing are not combined together. As he says, and I will explain more of this in Mitzvah Hashem later. He says, that's why in Purim, you have to get drunk to the point you get simcha, that you reach to the level of the very reason for knowledge. The stopping and the charging become one. It's the knowing and the not knowing. They all become one in the goal of knowing is not knowing. And this is where the bad is cancelled out totally. This is, you get to the point where you don't know between this and that. Over there, it's no longer relevant to say good and bad. Because there it is all one and all good kanal. Ad kan for today.